Iran is shaking, from its markets to its universities to its streets after dark. On the second day of unrest, demonstrations have erupted nationwide, stretching from Kish Island in the south to Zanjan and Hamadan in the north. In Tehran province, in Malard, across the islands and heartland, the same words echo, the same anger, the same defiance. In Ramadan, witnesses say, security forces opened fire. Bullets fired directly at protesters in Tehran and Marvdasht. Tear gas clouds drift through narrow streets. And yet, the crowds do not disappear. Shopkeepers in Tehran shutter their stores. The Grand Bazaar, the historic pulse of Iranian commerce, joins the strike. This is economic collapse made visible. The Iranian rial has crashed to historic lows, more than 1,400,000 rials for a single US dollar. The National Truckers Union has now backed the bazaar protests, calling for unity, declaring it is the only way out. At universities, the chants grow louder. Students at the University of Tehran, surrounded by security forces, refuse to fall silent. Do not be afraid, they shout. Students may die, but they will not accept humiliation. The U.S. State Department posts footage of the nighttime chants. American officials say they stand with the protesters. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Michael Waltz, voices support. These people want freedom, he says, and we stand with them. President Donald Trump also condemns Iran's violent crackdown, though he stops short of calling for regime change.
And I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup. So I hope Iran is not trying to build up, as I've been reading that they're building up weapons and other things. And if they are, they're not using the sites that we obliterated, but they're using possibly different sites. We know exactly where they're going, what they're doing, and I hope they're not doing it because we don't want to waste the fuel on a B-2. It's a 37-hour trip both ways. I don't want to waste a lot of fuel.
Would you support the overthrow of the Iranian regime? A reporter asks. Who? The Iranian regime? Trump replies. I'm not going to talk about overthrow, but they've got a lot of problems in Iran. Tremendous inflation. Their economy's busted. People aren't happy, and every time they have a riot, they start shooting people. I've watched this for years. Tremendous discontent. They form a crowd, 100,000, 200,000, and suddenly people start getting shot. The group disbands quickly. They're vicious people. Vicious. Meanwhile, an Israeli minister posts a selfie wearing a cap reading, "Make Iran Great Again." In exile, Prince Reza Pahlavi calls for unity, urging Iran's security forces to join the people. Inside Iran, the fear tightens. Text messages flood citizens' phones, warnings from intelligence services. You are being watched. Stay home. Human rights lawyers respond with defiance. For the first time, Iran's president speaks publicly. Masoud Pezeshkian orders his interior minister to listen, to engage in dialogue, to hear what he calls the people's legitimate demands. But on the streets, trust is thin. In Tehran, a lone protester sits cross-legged in the middle of the road as motorcycle units charge forward. A moment some are already calling Iran's tank man. He is beaten, dragged away, but the image remains. Iran's streets are speaking. and they are not backing down.